Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today it is getting very near the end of update 14.9, which of course means update 14.10 is right around the corner. And that means it's time for Wargaming to start talking about the next update, which in this case is update 14.11, or the December update, just for simplicity's sake. Now, this is the update that should contain, of course, the festive rewards and all that jazz, snowflakes and Santa containers for you more veteran players. So that's all coming in December, should be coming in December. But today we have a devblog talking about 14.11 and the goodies and free stuff we can get out of the update. So a little taste of what's to come in update 14.11 is on the menu for today's devblog. So you can check out the timeline down below for the various chapters of this video if there's something that catches your eye, you want to hear about it, or you can sit through and watch the whole thing. Of course, I would very much like you to do that, as you know, we get that good watch time and the algorithm loves to see that. But anyway, again, watch the whole thing, check out the chapters down below, whatever floats your boat. Just make sure that if you are enjoying the video, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more of these update and news type videos. And while you're down there dropping a like, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel, you will find the link to this devblog in the description down below. So let's go ahead and get on into it. As always, I will throw up any relevant images or artwork as I read through the devblog. So the devblog is titled Festive Event Pass, New Sunset Isles Map, and Rousillon Dockyard, Closed Test 14.11. Ahoy, Captain! Discover a new Festive Event Pass, map, dockyard, and more. Festive Event Pass. So this will be the event pass that will be running alongside what should be the Snowflake event. Wargaming did already say that the end of the year Snowflake, Santa Container, Festive, whatever you want to call it, event will be taking place as normal. So, you know, we get all the Santa Containers and stuff after all of the, well, during all of the 10th anniversary celebrations. All right. Get ready for a Festive Event Pass, Captains. The Event Pass will have 2 standalone 20-level chapters. And since Update 14.11 will run longer than usual for 7 weeks, each chapter will last for 3.5 weeks. Last year, you joined Li Wei, the ever-curious historian, and Olaf Lundgren, the daring explorer, on their search for the legendary Lugdunum, the ship once captained by Olaf's grandfather, Stig.
Some say that he appears on high-value stamps in Sweden and that he can catch fish with his tongue.
This time we return to a familiar setting as we follow Stig Lundgren himself as he embarks on his own extraordinary voyage across stormy seas, accompanied by his loyal yet mischievous feline companion. Both of them will appear as commanders, and you can earn through the event pass. Each chapter is filled with unique rewards, themed camouflages, and 2 brand new ships ready to join your fleet. What are the new ships? Nuremberg 44 and Lanzhou. Let's take a glance at these ships and their marvelous permanent camouflages. Okay, Lanzhou is Flying Dutchman, I think?
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
That is a camouflage for sure. Okay. Nuremberg 44, much more cheery. I like that one a lot better for its perma camo.
Someone will die.
Of fun.
Yeah, I figured these 2 ships are going to be free ships with the nature of their stats and stuff. They're not overly great, at least on paper. Who knows? End game, they might be a little bit better than that, but yeah, they seem pretty mid. Alright, Nuremberg 44 is the last German light cruiser ever built. In game, she's an AP-focused cruiser with great ballistics, strong penetration, and improved AP angles, making her a deadly threat to enemy cruisers. Nuremberg 44 also features the typical German cruiser trait of improved HE shell penetration, with a base of 38mm pin adding to her versatility. She's fairly fragile though, so make smart use of her smoke generator. Lanzhou is a hypothetical design from the Soviet Project 26 cruiser class. In battle, she excels against other cruisers and battleships thanks to her improved ballistics and strong penetration. However, Lanzhou possesses a weak hull and small HP pool, so good positioning will be mandatory to use her to her full potential. The price of unlocking the second progression line will be the same as during the previous year, 3,500 doubloons per event pass chapter. The mission conditions for each chapter will be identical to our recent event passes. Even if you can't play every day, don't worry. You can miss up to 2 days per week and still unlock all 20 phases. If you play every day, you can earn up to 170 points per week, enough to complete a full chapter in about 17 days. And here are the stages and points for said stages. As extra level rewards, you will receive 2 Santa gift containers, one for the first line and the other for the second line for each chapter. That's pretty good. Both commanders in the event pass are unassigned, meaning you can attach them to any nation you choose and fit them exactly where you need them the most. That's also very cool. Once again, they adopt that ship's nation, flag, and relevant specialization. You cannot change a commander's nation after that assignment. We will continue to expand this functionality in the future. So that's that's the thing that I think is pretty cool. How you can earn a commander, assign them to one nation, earn them again, assign them to another nation. Especially if they have certain traits or skills that you really like and you think might be better on another nation instead of where they're at. That's cool. I don't think these commanders are going to have any type of special talents, at least not from what I've read about them. So there's that. But it's nice that they're playing around with this idea right now. All right, so the first chapter is called Distant Shores. In the first line of this chapter, dedicated to the daring adventurer Stig Lundgren, you will find plenty of valuable rewards, including 8 Santa gift containers, that's good, the westbound permanent camouflage, a new icebreaker enemy destruction effect, and unassigned commander Stig himself as the final reward. In the second progression line, you can earn even more goodies, starting with a Distant Shores flag as a bonus reward, followed by 15 additional Santa's gift containers, the Emerald Snowflakes permanent camouflage, Nuremberg 44 at level 10, the Christmas Spirit permanent camo for her, and a Santa's mega gift container as the final reward. That's pretty good. The fact that they're throwing these Santa containers at you is pretty nice because, of course, that adds to your tally before you get a guaranteed drop, right? With all the doubloons and stuff that, you've been getting as part of the 10th anniversary events, if you've been picking the doubloons, that's that much less doubloons you have to spend in order to get a guaranteed drop out of one of those containers. So, very cool. Then 15 additional containers in the second line. That's very much worth the price, the buy-in at least. So here's the first progression line rewards. And leave that up on screen for a second. Here's the second progression line of rewards. You want to take a closer look, feel free to pause the video, or again, check out the link down below. And this is the icebreaker. Oh, that's cool. Alright, I like that. That's pretty neat. Looks like the ship, the Yami just got Elsa there. Okay, cool. Chapter 2, Safe Harbor. In the first line of this chapter that celebrates Stig's loyal and mischievous feline companion, you'll find 8 Santa gift containers, the eastbound permanent camouflage, the Aurora and enemy destruction effect, and the unassigned commander's sailor paws as the final reward. The second progression line offers even greater rewards, starting with the Safe Harbor flag as a bonus reward, followed by 15 Santa's gift containers, the Cozy Sweater permanent camouflage, Lan Zhao at the 10th level, the Dreadfin permanent camouflage for her, and finally, a Santa's mega gift container to top it all off. So again, here's the first progression line for the second chapter of the progression line. Of the event pass. And then here is the second progression line of the event pass for chapter 2. And again, another 8, so that's 16 Santa get containers for free, which again, that could very well drop a ship. And then 2 mega gift containers, and on top of 15 other Santa gift containers. 30 Santa gift containers between the 2 chapters for 3,500 doubloons each. That's pretty good as far as cost goes. All right, Aurora destruction effect. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. Yeah, these destruction effects are getting better and better. If you like that, again, this can all be turned off if you don't care. If you don't give a hoot about any of that, you can turn that off in your port. Alright, and here are the commanders. That's a very cute orange kitty cat. That's why he's crazy, because he's orange. And there's the Stig himself. Alright, so that is the event pass for update 14.11. Again, looks pretty good. Definitely values there for sure, because you get 2 premium ships, 2 mega containers, 30 containers for paying for the line, right, on top of the 16 containers that you can get for free and the commanders. So pretty good event pass, looks like, coming up in update 14.11. Also in 14.11, we're finally getting a new map, Sunset Isles. This is the map that we got the vote on the design and name of, so that's cool. Finally, after what, 2-3 years, a new map. Let us shout joys to wargaming, right? Alright, guided by your votes earlier this year, the new map captures the atmosphere of the Torres Strait at dusk It is located in a remote area between Australia and New Guinea, which was a hunting ground for Japanese submarines and a key route for the Australian Navy to Port Moresby. It's also home to the historic Green Hill Fort, originally built in the 19th century, later repurposed during World War II. As for gameplay, the map will feature a palette of different playstyles. The relatively isolated A point will allow for close quarters engagements, with ships specializing in contesting points. Holding the channel that connects A and B will provide a natural defensive stronghold for both points. The C point, however, will be wide open and more suited for mid to long range engagements. The map will be played from Tier 6 up to Super Ships, and available on random battles, co-op battles, and on arms race and domination modes. In the future, it may also appear in additional battle types. The chance of playing this map will be temporarily increased during Update 14.11. I cannot wait. It has been far too long since we've had a new map in game. This map does look pretty, but I guess we'll have to see how well it does play. So kudos to Wargaming for finally getting that out. Hopefully we get a more regular flow of maps. I think most players would be satisfied with like 2 new maps a year Wargaming, if you're wondering, which I would think would be doable. I know there's a lot that goes into maps and balancing and the artwork and such, and I know that the Leicester split, obviously that was a pretty big drain on the company, but now hopefully we're past that and we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of new maps. But yeah, great work, Wargaming. Alright, the Rousillon Dockyard. But wait, there's more. Alongside the update, a new dockyard will commence, featuring Tier 9 French battleship Rousillon and the War Paint Permanent Camouflage. Another ship, Tier 6 French cruiser Montcalm, will be available as an intermediate reward. So there's another free premium, Tier 6 free premium on top of all this. This is 3 dockyards, guys. We've had back to back in the previous, handful of months. I mean, it's been the Laffey Dockyard, the Lucien B Dockyard, now the Rousillon Dockyard. Now, yeah, the Lucien B was a rerun, but, I mean, hey, great. I'm glad to see, dockyards are just good. They're just good for getting resources, even if you don't spend a dime on them. So, fantastic. Alright, Rousillon is a ship with mighty armament on a fragile hull. Her high accuracy for a French battleship, together with good shell ballistics, makes her a perfect choice for long-range engagements. Further improved with her engine boost, she can redeploy rapidly wherever her support is required. However, she suffers from a significantly longer than average base reload time, meaning you will have to make every salvo count. She does have access to a main battery reload booster, which can increase your fire rate at critical moments, but the consumable has a long cooldown. Keep your distance and pick your targets carefully, as your weak armor will mean you won't last long in a sustained fight. Alright, the dockyard is broken up into 20 phases, of which a total of 18 can be completed through combat missions. The remaining 2 phases will have to be purchased with doubloons, either individually or as a part of starter packs. Each phase can be purchased for 3,000 doubloons. There are also a starter pack of 2 and 6 phases, available for 5,000 and 12,500 doubloons respectively. These are only available until you complete 4 phases with combat missions, so make sure to pick them up early if you want to use them. Tier 6 cruiser Montcalm will be your intermediate reward at Phase 10. Montcalm is armed with 9 152mm guns, with good ballistics, long range, and high damage per minute for her tier. Her torpedo armament is rather light, with only 2 tubes per side, which can be effective in special situations. Montcalm can supplement her main battery, her main battery with the main battery reload booster, giving her already lethal main battery an extra punch. If you already own Montcalm, you'll instead receive 45,000 coal, which is enough to purchase another Tier 6 premium ship in the armory. Very cool, Wargaming. Combat missions will be available through Update 14.11 and the first 2 weeks of Update 15.0. During the last 2, you'll still be able to complete phases with doubloons, but be quick, the dockyard will be removed with the beginning of Update 15.1. Alright, so, yeah, dockyard, great event. Looking forward to getting the Rousillon in port. So 20 phases, same as the Laffey, is it not? 6,000? Yeah, so, yeah, it was get by 2 phases at 2,500, I'm sorry, 3,000 doubloons each. So yeah, same price as the Laffey dockyard, but is a Tier 9 instead. But again, you only have to spend, at most 6,000 doubloons on a Tier 9 premium ship, on top of getting the Montcalm and other rewards as part of the dockyard. So, great deal. Dockyard ships are usually a very good deal, for the price. So I would highly encourage you guys, if nothing else, just to grind through the dockyard, just get your free rewards, and then, you know, see where you're at if you want to purchase the Rousillon by the time she is going to be leaving the dockyard. Again, get a Montcalm for free anyway, so I would encourage you to at least grind up to the Montcalm, because that is a free tier 6 premium ship. You don't have to, you know, waste your coal or anything on it. Alright, speaking of still, because I almost said still instead of coal there, the Still Fleet event. This is what we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. The Valparaiso is coming back, along with some other things. So, decisions are going to have to be made for me here for sure. Alright, the Still Fleet is making its return, bringing with it 6 powerful ships for you to add to your collection. Welcome Valparaiso, I-5644, and Le Havre. The event also introduces 3 new ships to the lineup. 3 Still ships at once. On top of the Valparaiso, I-5644, and Le Havre. So yeah, 6 new Still ships. Aki, a hybrid Yamato-class battleship combining good main battery power with aircraft capability. Brenham is a Still ship, unfortunately. The big mites. A high damage per minute German cruiser designed to deliver a relentless stream of firepower with high HE penetration. And then the Hawaii, a cruiser that excels at supporting allies with a large HP pool and alternative firing mode that significantly improves their damage per minute in exchange for reduced firing range and ballistics. Man. Each ship will be available in a bundle that includes the Made of Steel permanent camouflage and the Silver Ray enemy destruction effects. And boys, these ain't cheap. The Valparaiso, 30,000 steel. I-5644, 35,000 steel. Le Havre's the cheapest one at 25,000 steel. And the Hawaii, the Bremen, and the Aki are 39,000 steel each. That is years of playing competitive, like, ranked and clan battles to get that amount of steel, or that's more than a few $100 thrown at more than a couple of dockyards to get that many steel. That is crazy. Still Fleet will include a 15% off coupon with plenty of ways to earn steel through the year, including up to 32,000 steel from the Grand Voyage, anniversary activities, dockyards, and festive events. You have more opportunities to put that coupon to good use. In addition to the ships themselves, you'll be able to purchase a selection of unique camouflages, all priced at 4,000 to 8,000 steel each, as well as a Silver Ray enemy destruction effect for 6,000 steel, giving your ships a distinctive look and a stylish way to show off your achievements in battle. That is, oh god. I was just getting enough steel, and I was going to be like, you know what? We're going to buy that funny Swedish cruiser because it's everywhere. You know, the big small end. But now, I don't know. I really want Hawaii because it's so freaking weird. But, like, Bremen, like, looks very good. So, I really want to get Bremen. And I also really want to get Aki because hybrid Yami, you know, they did it. So, those are the 3 that I was most interested in. I didn't think they'd all be added in for steel when their dev blogs came out. But that is absolutely wild to me. So, yeah. That's, man, I hope you guys have been picking steel if you want steel out of, if you want any of these ships, because good God. Unfortunately, they don't say, do they say if they're going to be added to the armory? They don't say here, which is rather unfortunate, because I know the Shikishima was added, not the Shikishima, why can't I think of the ship's name? The Yamato-class battleship that was turned into a Shinano. The Shinano was added in the Still Will event last year, but shortly after the Still Will event ended, she was added to the armory on a permanent basis. They don't say that here. They may clarify that later, maybe on like a stream or something to clarify that. But, I mean, like, these ships, again, it takes forever to get this much steel out of the game to buy one of these ships, let alone buying multiple of these ships. Granted, you know, if it does just disappear for 6 months, it's not like you're gonna have the opportunity to buy it anyway, unless you are one of those people that are sitting on a pile of steel like a freaking Smaug. But yeah, all right, Wargaming. They just want to erase all the steel from your wallet this holiday season. All right, guys. So that is it for this bit for this little peek into update 14.11. I suspect they will be releasing a devblog later on about the Santa Container event, since that is, a big highlight at this point of the year. So we shall be on the lookout for that. There's a little bit more at the bottom about clan battles and such, but I know most of you guys don't really care about that stuff. So again, check out the devblog to see those deets and all that jazz. Link to that is in the description down below. And make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if you made it this far into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful Thursday, wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.